Hello everyone, this is Donna, and I would like to take this opportunity to wish you all a happy and prosperous new year. This is my first project for 2012, and I have done something which I've never done before. That is to do a piece of mixed media art. And I was inspired by this book by Rachel Ray. I love her work, and it's called Taking Flight. She shares some of the techniques that she uses for her journals and artwork. It's quite a good book, and what I did was I had bought a canvas, and I wanted to do something with it. So I bought this book looking for ideas, and then I had also done this figure, sort of an angel figure from plaster, and I wanted to include it. You know, it was going to be a project for Christmas, but somehow I never got to complete it, you know, because I wasn't sure what I really wanted to do with the plaster figure. So how I made this figure was, I had this dummy sitting in my stash. You know, I bought this I think sometime last year, and I wanted to use it for the configuration boxes which I bought from Tim Holtz, but you know, this turned out to be far too big, and I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I used some cling film and wrapped it around the figure, because I didn't want to dirty it. And then I started to add strips of plaster, and then let it dry, and the cling wrap prevents the plaster from sticking to the mold. And then I got this lovely figure, and then I drew angel wings on a piece of paper and then added plaster to that, and that is how I managed to make the angel wings. So I'm quite pleased with the result of this. And now back to my project, the actual project. You know, so I had plans to actually make a hole or add some kind of a bit to hang these angels from my window, but then I ran out of plaster, so I couldn't make enough. But you know, it could be a project for next year. It's very, very pretty. And then the inside looks like that. You know, it's quite a neat finish. It just depends on how you finish it inside as well. So there's room for artwork in the inside as well. So I love these figures, very beautiful, and I'm very pleased that I bought that mold. And what I also used to make my art piece is canvas boards, you know, and let's see, I bought these from Panduro, and you know, this is what it looks like. And I think mine that I'll be showing you in a minute is 15 by 15. And then while making the order, I also realized that you can buy the flat ones, you know, without the sides, you know, which are thicker. But you know, the only thing would be you need to find a way of attaching and hanging it from the wall, whereas these, you know, they sit very nicely on a nail without any problems. So that's something to consider if you're buying the flat sort of canvas. But I believe they are very sturdy and good to work with, especially when you're scraping. So this is my project. I was inspired by Ellie Edwards. In her blog, she says that she normally finds a word which inspires her, and she uses that word as a sort of a guide throughout the year. And I thought of doing it last year, but I never got around to it. And this year I thought, yes, I'm going to start with a word that I would like to sort of use. And I chose the word persevere. I was thinking of preserve. It's persevere, nothing else. And you can see the word right at the bottom. And I wanted to incorporate this word, and I thought of a calendar, but then I'll probably do a calendar with this word as well, but I wanted it to be a reminder, a piece of art that I can see every day and think about and reflect on the word. So I wanted something for my room, and I'm very pleased with this piece actually. As I said, I've never dabbled in mixed media, and I worked with the mold as the centerpiece. You know, it's a lovely form, you know, it's lovely. And what I did was I used some gauze, because when plaster dries you get the uneven surfaces. It's fine really, but then I used a piece of muslin gauze and just draped it, and it got this beautiful sheer like look to it. And then I added some trimming at the bottom from Tim Holtz. Try to zoom in there, and you can just sort of see the gauze. So I'll just talk you through what I did. So starting from the top left hand side, I used quite a lot of Tim Holtz findings, and findings that I had sitting in my stash, and I wanted to use them up as well. Again, another New Year's resolution is to try to use what I have first before buying. So I added, I'm very sorry about the noise in the background. You know, it is a dark morning. It's only about 11 o'clock in Sweden, but I couldn't film it inside because it was far too dark, even with the lights on. And there's some construction going on, and I'm filming this from my conservatory. So I added some corner. I let the noise pass. Okay, hopefully I will try to finish this up before I'm interrupted again. Just want to mention that, you know, I prepared the canvas by adding a layer of gesso first, and then went over it with Tim Holtz Dauber picket fence, and then I think I added about 2 or 3 layers of that, and then I distressed the whole surface lightly, because I want to have the shabby chic look. And then I you know, added a bit of script stamping as well. But actually the script stamping was added, you know, when I finished the whole project, and certain parts looked bare, and I thought, oh God, you know, I need to do something about it. And so if you're doing this, do the script stamping first before you add the embellishments. You learn the hard way sometimes. And so what I've done here is added the corner, the lovely corner edges, and then a key, and then Tim Holtz pen nib. Then I have Gabrielle collection embellishment, you know, of the lady, the cabochon, and then underneath, you know, I've got a button, and then a Tim Holtz steampunk embellishment. Then there's a cross there, and then I've added some pretty lace flowers with some Swarovski crystals. And then in the middle, I've added a lovely, you know, 2 pieces of lace that I've dyed, and some mother pearl buttons. And then I've also cut out 2 pieces of stems from the tropical collection from G45, the tropical travelogue collection, because it was so lovely. And there are parts. I've divided this frame up into different parts. So the first part is to do with me personally, my faith, my religion, and that sort of thing. And here, it's where I come from the tropics. So you know, the tropical collection. You know, if you read G45, the interview with the owner, I forget her name. She says that this collection was inspired by her travels to Singapore, Fiji, if I'm not mistaken, Australia, New Zealand. So I thought it was really appropriate. And then, you know, I added the flowers, the lace flowers again, and then this lovely flower which I dyed in different colors from Prima. And then the butterfly, as I told you, is also made in the same technique I described, you know. And then I added a Tim Holtz pin with a bead, a glass bead there. And then there's a dragonfly sticking under the butterfly, and then underneath that is a Tim Holtz ticket, which reads Hope, and then another Gabriel collection embellishment, the green butterfly, and it says beautiful in that. And I thought, you know, this whole thing is so beautiful. I shouldn't be saying it, but you know, I'm really in love with this piece. And then I've got a Tim Holtz embellishment again, you know, one of the frames, the door, the plates, and then I added his a dash sticker as well, which reads Dream, and it fits perfectly. I didn't realize that. I was prepared to cut, but then it fits perfectly in that frame. You do not need to cut much, actually. And then that glass vial is also from Tim Holtz. And inside it is sand collected from my father's family home, and he comes from a place called Kerala in India. He moved from his family home when he was very young because he was offered a very good job in Malaysia, and that's where I come from as well. And this lovely glass vial is contains sand from his family home, and underneath that I stuck some gauze which I dyed with Tim Holtz dyes, and there's a lovely pin from Jenny Bolin. I've been holding these beautiful pins for a very long time, and I thought that this piece was the right piece to use it. And then underneath, if you see the beads, you know, strung underneath there, I was experimenting with crocheting with wire and beads, and that is what I made, and I thought it looked very nice with the glass vial. And then I've got 2012. This is Tim Holtz Grunge, and it's lovely. So I painted it and highlighted it with some perfect pearls and the powder as well. And then here there is a collection of mother of pearl buttons. You know, there's some stones, pebbles that my kids have picked up on our travels from beaches that we've been to visited. And I thought, you know, they fit in here very nicely. And then the shipping, I mean, the wheel from a boat or a ship is actually symbolizes my husband, because he works with the Navy as a naval captain, specializing in U-boats, submarines, and that sort of thing. And then there's a lovely clock in the corner there from Tim Holtz with the spinner, with a spinner. And then I've added, you know, sort of findings that I have had in my stash. So again, mother of pearl buttons, and then the lovely word persevere. And you know, I've sort of grunched it up. And then just on top of that is a lovely thread spool. These spools are also from Jenny Bolin. I've got my husband to cut it into half for me. He sliced it into half, and because I didn't want it too bulky and I wanted to have it lie flat on my canvas. And then underneath the word love, which is an embellishment, I've got findings from my workplace. It says fertility clinic or something like that. God knows where it came from, but I just thought it looked cool there. And then this is all to do with my personal life and heart, and the word love, and D is for Donna. And above that is a portrait that I stamped, from Tim Holtz, which is related to my family and my siblings. And we are back to the start of this canvas again. So this is another look of the whole canvas. I sort of moved my tripod because I wanted to get a closer picture, so this is the best shot you can get, unfortunately. Yes, I'm very pleased with this work, and I'm so inspired now that I've bought more canvas blocks to work on, and I will be doing more of these sort of projects in future. Thank you very much, and I look forward to, as always, to your comments. Thank you, and have a nice year ahead. Bye.